to Microsoft Defender for Endpoint.
Okay.
That means, well, of course, it's good to understand it's good to understand Sentinel, for example, but that's more about like storing logs from my perspective. That's where
All
you
right.
forward a gazillion log entries somewhere, and that's fine. But I mean,
Okay.
from protecting yourself from the imminent threat, which is ransomware currently mostly, that's where you need to concentrate on EDR or XDR. So endpoint
Exactly.
level protections. So Microsoft Defender for Endpoint, it doesn't only see what happens, but it can actually also mitigate those threats. Go and understand that what I nowadays answer if I get that question is my job. There is 2 hours average of a first entry into a company to gaining full domain or full global admin access.
Okay.
That's 2 hours on average. I mean,
Yeah.
now we live by the assumption that someone will breach us. Our job is to make it as slow as possible so that we
Exactly.
can catch them before they do anything.
And also, I wanted to add on Azure Sentinel, every day, Cisco, Palo, Microsoft, even Google and AWS, they have their native tools. So with Sentinel, what I've seen also, they've improved a lot on AI and ML. And 3 years ago, when they were in preview, I was the first, very few one who was into the preview and deployed those. And there was false positive, that's for sure, with every product. However, the thing I like, couple of things, is they have data connectors. So if I need to ingest the log from 365, man, it's just 2 minutes. I have to set it up, ingest the log. 24 hours later, I have all the logs in the scene. So now since we are talking about cloud, right? So let's change a little bit on the cloud native tools. I mean, if you want to add, you mentioned Defender, something along those lines. What do you see? What's your experience?
Well, yeah, I would say that the single pane for operations, mostly for Microsoft, is really through the Microsoft Defender for Endpoint toolkit. If we're talking about Microsoft technologies, then one thing that is super important nowadays is Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps, where we can which is very vital for companies to be able to have different policies for access to these cloud native applications, whatever they are.